All right, MrSotko here, and welcome to Day Trading Bitcoin for Beginners. And this video is intended for anybody that has not purchased Bitcoin yet or has purchased Bitcoin but doesn't really know what to do with it other than buy things. So after watching this video, you should be able to buy and sell Bitcoin on an exchange and make some daily profit on that. So there's a couple things you can do in terms of trying to make profit with Bitcoin. One is just simply holding on to it. So say, for example, you bought it at $7,000 and you wait several months and perhaps it reaches $10,000 and you sell it. So you made $3,000 and that's pretty incredible. But with day trading, you could have actually maximized your profit, and every day you can simply buy it at the low point, sell it at the high point, and simply rinse and repeat. And you can do that many times throughout the day as the price consistently fluctuates. And so you can maximize your profit in between all those fluctuations of 3 months that it may take to get to where you want to sell it, or more or less, depending on the price of Bitcoin, of course. But so that is definitely why day trading is a better option. Some people call it scalping, so it'll be the same deal. I prefer day trading. It sounds a little better. So I use Coinbase. That is my preferred exchange. There are numerous Bitcoin and cryptocurrency exchanges. You can simply Google it and you'll get a result of over 50 of them. But Coinbase just seems to be pretty reliable and very easy to use. So you'd make yourself an account on Coinbase, and then you go to settings and you go into your linked accounts. And you want to put in your bank information. If you have a credit card, put that in as well. And then the buy and sell tab here on Coinbase. So if you have a credit card, so for example, I have this Capital One credit card, and if you say you want to buy $500 of it, you're going to get hit with this fee of $19.18. So really, you're only getting $480 worth of Bitcoin. But if you have a debit card, that fee is going to be quite a bit less. See, only $7.34 for that fee. But the problem with buying with a fee is that, of course, you're going to have to sell that Bitcoin now for a much higher price. In order to make up the profit for the profit loss of that fee. So you don't really want to do that. So what you want to do is you go into your bank account. And once you actually have your bank account information in the system, you simply go to accounts here and then deposit money into this. So now, let's say if we wanted to deposit $50, and then we hit continue, it won't actually arrive till the 14th. And so I've been over some of this information in some of my older videos, but I'm just trying to make a compilation of this for anybody who watches this. They're going to check out this video and then be able to get right into it. So your funds wouldn't actually be available till the 14th. And so that's a good while. That's about a week. However, there are no fees for that. So what will happen is after on the 14th, I'll have that $50 in my US dollar wallet. And so then what you want to do is go to gdax.com. Now, GDAX is the exchange of Coinbase, and your login information is going to be exactly the same as Coinbase. So now that you have some money in your US dollar wallet on Coinbase, go ahead and put in your information on GDAX, and then what you do is click deposit over here. So we're in the Bitcoin section. You can actually go to Ethereum and Litecoin as well. And you're going to click deposit. And you go to your Coinbase account and your US dollar wallet on Coinbase. If you have any Bitcoin on Coinbase that you want to transfer over to, that is also an option. We'll take our US dollar wallet here. Let's say we had $50. If we had $50 in our US dollar wallet, like I pretended to put in, then we can actually just say $50, and there we go. So then we would have $50 on here. Now, when you use this market button here to buy and sell, you're going to pay a fee for that. So basically, you would buy it right now at $7,449, but there would be a taker fee for that because there is a taker and a maker in a market. So you would be a taker of liquidity because you're not moving the price up or down. So I virtually never use the market buy because it results in a fee. So what you want to do is you want to go to limit buy, and this will be selected automatically down here in advanced. And if it's not, make sure that is, or it could result in a fee once you buy or sell in that method. So go to limit, make sure that's posted there. And this is your limit price in which you would want to buy it. Of course, we want to buy it lower than this price, and we can see the price is kind of going down. It's going a little crazy here, but as an example, let's just type in $7,400. We want to buy it at 7,400. And now the amount here is slightly confusing because if you type in 50, you would be buying 50 Bitcoin, which is quite frankly a lot of money. You only put in $50, let's say, so your $50 would actually show up right here, and you can actually pre-fill that. So you can just click on this, and it'll fill $50 worth of Bitcoin for you. And then you click buy order, place the buy order, and it would put it down here like so. And then once the price actually went down, you would purchase it at $7,400, the amount that you put in here, for free. And so you can also withdraw. So you can essentially, make some money and then withdraw it to your bank account that way as well. So you just click withdraw and go to your bank account, withdraw money to your bank account once you make it, should you choose to do so. And we can actually make a mock purchase here because I do have 525. So if I hit that I wanted to buy Bitcoin at 7,400, I could click my US dollars up here, pre-fill all of that. That is equal to 710. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on at the moment, but basically 7 cent to Bitcoin. And when I place my order, it's going to put it down here. If the price falls to that amount, then I receive that much Bitcoin. And then I can just simply do the same thing, just click on sell, and then I could sell it for a higher value. I could put it for 7,500, and then instead of money here, because I just purchased it all, I would have Bitcoin here that I can pre-fill. So it would kind of look like this. After I had done that, it was 710 something or other, and you can see that's how much money I would make by selling that much Bitcoin at that price, $532. So it would essentially be about a $6 or so difference, 6 or 7. And so now the stop buy over here is essentially what you would do is you set a limit price. So I would want it at, let's say I want to buy at 6,800, but maybe I don't think it's actually going to drop to 6,800, because if it doesn't drop to 6,800, I won't actually buy it. Even if it dropped to $6,801 and then went back up from there, I would not purchase it because it didn't reach 6,800. So the stop price is very useful. I could put that at, let's say, 7,000. So if it dipped to 6,900 and it didn't buy at my limit price and it started to go back up and then reached 7,000, it would then purchase at, or sell rather, at 7,000. I have it on buy. Here we go. And then it would buy at 7,000 if it didn't reach 6,800. The only problem with the stop order is that if it buys on the stop price, it will be taken as a market buy, as a taker buy, and I will receive a fee for that. So basically, you're a maker, and makers do not receive fees if you do a limit price with the post only. So basically, a maker is anybody who moves the value up or down, essentially. So if I bid at 7,400, it essentially puts my bid in this chart back here, and that's sort of wanting to move the price downwards so that I can buy it. So you're essentially a maker of liquidity in that sense. Here is the order book. These two things here, the order book and the price chart, are basically what your best tools in finding out what price to buy and sell at. As you can see right now, it went down significantly right here. This is in a 15-minute chart of this candle chart. So each one of these candles is at 15 minutes. So you read the red candles at the bottom of the main block, because that is what the price fell to and finalized at that 15-minute increment. The little shadows on the bottom is what that price got to during that increment, but it did not end down there on that increment. So essentially, sellers forced it all the way down, but people were buying at the same time, which raised the price right back up to this bottom. Now, the green ones you read on the top because that is where it ended for the high price there at 7,487, and then about 15 minutes later, it ended at 7,475. So this is a very useful chart in the sense of how the price is going. And as you can see, there's usually always some kind of dip that makes it go down as people sell. And then, of course, because the price went down so much, now people are looking to buy. Now it's a good deal. So as you can see, the price will start to go up again and then go down and go up. And it does this fairly regularly, but you can see some irregularities. Like it went down, it went up quite a while here, but it only went down a little bit here. So you can kind of gauge that a little bit as to what may happen next. It's not always the case because nobody knows the market. Sort of a wild horse, if you will. It goes wherever it may, depending on the news, the trend, etc. And this is a very, I think this is almost more useful than the candle price chart because what you see here is the order book. And this is 13 Bitcoin wanting to be purchased at $7,435. So that is a lot of buying pressure. So that what that does is makes the price go up because people are buying it. And as you can see, there's 11 here wanting to be sold. And once it reaches that, the price will want to kind of go down a little bit. And you can see some sell walls here at 7,460. There's 25 wanting to be sold. So if the price kept going up all the way to $7,460, there would be this sort of wall. 25 Bitcoin would have to be purchased before that price is going to continue higher. So you can tell where it might actually start to trend downwards by looking at this. You can also find out where it's going to be starting to trend upwards by looking at this as well. We can take the aggregation and we can increase it a little bit to 30 or to 50 cents there. And you can see a big buy wall here at 7,400. So if the price decreased to 7,400 exactly, the price, 43 Bitcoin would have to be purchased before that's going to go down. So that gives you a good idea of where the price is going to go. And now we have 38 there at 7,460. So it's unlikely for the rest of tonight that it's going to go over 7,460. However, this is liquid, it is volatile, so it can be moved. This could be one person with 38 Bitcoin, or it could be 10 people with 38 Bitcoin. But either way, 38 Bitcoin want to sell at $7,460, and even if there's quite a bit of purchasing power that's moving that up, all those Bitcoins would have to be sold before it's going to go up another penny. So you can kind of see where your maximum sell price was going to be. So if you had Bitcoin right now, it might be a good idea to put your bid in at 74, like 56 or 57 here. So that way your Bitcoin sells before all this Bitcoin does. And you sort of undercut that person a little bit and just ensure your own goodwill that you're going to sell before this person or these people, rather. And that's, the name of the game, if you will. And so that is day trading in a nutshell. I hope I covered a lot of things. I think I may have covered pretty well. So for the most part, just as a recap, we really want to go to Coinbase. I just recommend that. You may have your own favorite that you would prefer. But again, so you set up your bank account, and then in your account, just deposit some money into that. Because if you buy here, if you buy right away, this is okay because you can buy some Bitcoin like this and pay a fee. And then you would have it in your Bitcoin wallet, and then you could actually deposit from your Coinbase Bitcoin wallet account onto GDAX. And there's really no fee to transfer it from Coinbase to GDAX. But there is a fee, of course, to buy it with your debit or your credit card. The way that I'm talking is sort of a bank transfer. So it's a bank deposit, and that's why it takes about a week to do it. Some people are put off by that, but it's the best way to ensure that you make maximum profit. Because, like I said, if you're buying daily, let's say you buy a few times in a day or a few times in a week, add all those fees up, and now that's even more profit that you have to make in order to get past those fees. So the absolute best way to do it, in my opinion, is simply just transfer into the US dollar wallet. So you have to verify your bank account. You have to receive a couple deposits from Coinbase, similar to PayPal, and then you verify those deposits, and then Coinbase verifies your bank account, and you're all good to go. So it does take a little while to do that, unfortunately, but it's best to just get it out of the way, do it as fast as possible, let those few days go by where you're verifying your bank account, and then start sending that money this way. And then that way you receive it on Coinbase, and you send it on over to GDAX with your Coinbase account, and then you start buying right away. Some tips on purchasing. So let's say you're really into it. You're like, oh, okay, I'm ready to do this. I'm going to put $100 into Coinbase. I'm going to buy right away. I'm very excited to do that. So if you purchased right now, if you were very excited and you just got on, and you said, screw the fees, I'm just going to purchase right now. That's okay, but what you need to do first is let a few days go by. I know that's hard for something impatient, but patience is the name of the game when you're day trading. If you have no patience, you're probably gonna lose money. The reason why, as you can see, if you were to purchase here, you would have missed out on all this being down here, and you could have purchased a lot more Bitcoin. So waiting is very, very good. And so if you purchased right now at $7,483, that is pretty much the height that Bitcoin is at right now. And it is not certain that that price is going to continue going up. There could be a crash in the next couple days. Maybe you don't understand the trend of it going up and down. Right now you would purchase it at its highest point. So then when it goes down tonight, or maybe tomorrow it's a couple $100 lower, you would be very disappointed as a new Bitcoiner in the market. You would be you'd feel a little betrayed, if you will. Oh, I went, I'm trying to get in on this, and I purchased it, and now look at the price dropped on me. And that's because you didn't take a couple days to sit and look at these trends of how the market goes and how it's been climbing and how it's been falling, when it does and when it doesn't. You'll notice that at about 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning ish, it does fluctuate a little bit, that the cryptocurrency is at its lowest price. So for example, if you had purchased it yesterday at 3:30 in the morning, you would have got it actually, I think that might technically be today, depending on what time it is. But either way, if you were to purchase it at 3:30 in the morning at $7,130 and then sold it later, and you happen to have one whole Bitcoin, if you had 7,000 to put into Bitcoin, you would make $300 right on the spot. Basically, that is almost exactly a little over $300. And then at that height, then you could have just maybe purchased later on in the day for somewhere around 7,300. And then sold again at 7,489, where you just purchased it, unfortunately. So take a few days and get used to this trend. Take a look at this Coinbase chart. This may be easier to read at first than, say, a candle chart. With a candle chart, you kind of have to zoom in here. You have to see this price, and then it's a little harder to read for a beginner. So if you take a look at this, and you can kind of look at the bottom trends and where it was at its lowest, and start to get used to when it's at its lowest, when it's at its highest, and when it's going to really dip on you quite a bit. Again, these shadows here on the candle chart, excuse me, basically represent the fact that there was a ton of sellers right then. It brought the price all the way down here to 7,014, but at the same time there was a ton of people buying it up at the same time, so that it actually ended this 1 hour increment I'm showing here at more like 7,012 $20-ish. So if you were to set your purchase price all the way down at 7,023, you would have made a really good purchase just then. So the candle chart's very useful. Order book is extremely useful. As you can see, that 24 Bitcoin want to be sold right now, and that may push the price down. It depends on how many people are going to be jumping in here, and only 17 Bitcoin want to be purchased. So a little bit more buying pressure than or selling pressure rather than buying pressure. And this becomes really apparent at certain points of the day. For example, at around 2 p.m., there's a lot of buying pressure. A whole bunch of people will jump into buying, but around 11 a.m., around lunchtime, a ton of people will be selling. And you can kind of see where those walls are, and it can kind of help you gauge where to put your price, when to buy and when to sell. For example, buying right now, not too good of an idea. As you can see on the candle chart here, it's really at its maximum height. Let's take a 6-day look. This is all the way back to October 23rd and 21st. As you can see, this is the highest it's ever been, Bitcoin has. So purchasing at the absolute height is just not the greatest idea. Could it continue going on for thousands of dollars? Yes, that is certainly possible, but you definitely want to just be a little bit more patient, and if you are going to buy right now, maybe just wait till about 3 in the morning. I'm West Coast US time, technically Arizona time, but currently West Coast time. So 3 in the morning for me may be a different time for you. So that's exactly why you should study these charts. Find out when the lowest point is for you. Maybe if you're on the other side of the planet, the lowest point in the day for you might be 3 p.m. So take a look at these charts. Find out when the best time to buy is, and do it then. Don't be impatient. Just wait a few hours. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions that I covered, of things that I covered in this video, or things that I did not cover in this video, please put them in the comments down below. I try to respond to everybody that comments on my channel, and I actually make videos based on your guys' questions if you answer, or if you ask any unique questions, that is. So I've been asked a lot of questions, and sometimes I'll just refer people to videos that I've already made on that particular subject. But either way, I like to respond to everybody, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As usual, I'll see you guys next time.